Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc's Holiday Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Memorial Valley Massacre, aka, for some reason, Son of Sleepaway Camp. Well, Memorial Valley Park is getting ready to open up for Memorial Day weekend, and of course, a bunch of campers are showing up. Some seem okay, but then you got these two teenagers fighting over the same girl. You got a bunch of bikers, I guess. And there's also a hermit running around taking people out because he is not too crazy about his little area getting messed up by garbage and people riding around on three-wheelers and stuff like that. The place is run by a man named George who doesn't really want to sell the place, so the guy's wanting to try to take the place away from him hires his son named David to be George's assistant. Well, as you would guess, Herman the Hermit, okay, that's not really his real name, but I had to think of something off the top of my head, is going around taking people out. And that's pretty much it. There's an RV explosion. Some traps are set up. And sometime before Memorial Day officially hits, the hermit drives onto the scene in a bulldozer and tips over a truck. And George decides that enough is enough. So he goes to the caves where the hermit has been hanging out at. He looks at him and he says, "Is your name Stephen?" Turns out that's his name because Stephen is George's son. Stephen had a pocket watch the whole time, and, well, father and son are about to reunite, but unfortunately, George trips up one of Stephen's traps, and that's the end of poor George. The movie ends with David and his love interest, I think her name was Lisa, seeing George get put in the back of an ambulance, and he believes that they're never going to find Stephen. But at that same time, Stephen's standing on a hill screaming. Good detection there, idiot. So, why did this movie suck? Well, it's pretty much nothing more than your typical, slasher forest horror movie, except that one of the biggest things about this movie is there are like cartoonish special effects in some of the scenes of the movie. The gore, not great, but not overly done. One of the characters in the movie is actually named Peppermints. It's a nickname, but still, that was a little corny. And just that ending, when David says we'll never find him, and it's like, dude, he's like up the hill, like maybe 100 feet from you, and he's screaming, and you can't find. Screw it. But the one thing that really kills me about this movie is, why was it called Son of Sleepaway Camp? I mean, it was released under both this title and that title, and in all honesty, it barely has anything to do with Sleepaway Camp. I mean, in the beginning credits, you hear a little audio from the campers from the previous movies, but other than that, it has no connection to those movies at all. I don't know if this was supposed to be part 4 of the series, if it was supposed to be part of the series, or part 5, or what the deal was. But to be honest with you, this has as much to do with the Sleepaway Camp series as Sleepaway Camp 4 does. And if you've seen part 4, you'll kind of understand what I mean with that. A lot of really annoying characters. Most of them you just wanted to see them get taken out. But I have to say, in all honesty, it's a little bit weird that they do a horror movie around Memorial Day, and I guess it kind of makes sense to do that. I guess if you want to do a horror movie around any particular days of the year, why not Memorial Day? Why not Labor Day? Why not, I don't know, Arbor Day? I don't know. But there you guys have it, a review of Memorial Valley Massacre. Love to hear from you guys in the comments below if you've seen it, on what you think about it. And of course, if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that took place on a day of the year you did not quite expect, and you wanted to celebrate that so-called holiday even less, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong, rock on.